Hi, so ideally, I would love to teach kindergarten my first year of teaching. My mentor teacher is a kindergarten teacher, so I'm already getting a lot of, not some, a lot of experience in her classroom during the school year. And the cool thing is I actually used to work for her over summer school. So I got to see kind of more the laid back style of kindergarten since it is summer school, and now I get to see the more structured version, even though it is virtual. I still get to see how she's laying everything out. So I'm really excited about this and getting everything started. And the cool thing is she is actually planning on going into administration next year. So she told me that her classroom's going to be open, that I should try applying for it. So I think that will be an awesome opportunity. And if you see on my face, I am super excited because I think that would be so awesome. So her classroom is a kindergarten classroom, and it is a special days class, functional life skills. So her classroom has 8 kids, and half of them are TK, and the other half are kindergartners. And they all have their well, not all of them have one on ones. I believe 6 of them have one on ones. But as of right now, since it's virtual, she only has two IAs in her classroom right now helping her with supplies and stuff. And since us student teachers aren't allowed on campus right now, it's a good thing she has those IAs to help her, because I can only help her from behind the screen or whatever she needs. I can help her with her Clever, I can help her with her lessons, but I'm really excited that I was put into her classroom. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you. I'm going to show you my visual. I'll also make sure to share this when I submit this video. So first things first, before I go over the classroom, the structure and everything, I want to make sure my classroom has a theme. And the theme I've kind of always stuck with is rainbow themed. So I want to make sure to have bright, colorful pictures on the wall. I want to have a rainbow on the wall. I want to have just a lot of bright colors. But I also want to make sure that it's not too bright in case my students have any sensory issues. So I want to make sure to have dimmer lighting or natural lighting so it's not so bright with all of my colorful posters that I'm going to put up. But along with the rainbow themed on the wall, I want to make sure to have the alphabet on the wall. I want to have shapes on the wall. I want to have numbers on the wall because it is a kindergarten classroom. So I want to make sure to have those important things that they're going to be learning. And along with that, I want to make sure to have uh, positive things written on the wall. So, like words of encouragement almost, so that we can read those to the kids to just keep a positive environment, and that we can look at those posters and reflect. Say students are having a bad day, maybe I'll have a positive poster that we can read to change their bad day to a more positive and happy day. So let's get started on my layout. So first things first is the student desks. So her classroom has 8 students, so I put the 8 desks. I want to have individual desks instead of bigger desks. I want to have the individual desks so that the kindergartners can focus on what they need to do, and then that they can have their one-on-ones right next to them. If they have one-on-ones, I can have them right in between. And I think that'll be really helpful for students so they can just stay focused, stay on track. And for when the students are doing their station work, I have 3 stations. So I have 3 kidney tables. I have one, two, three. And along the kidney tables, I have the chairs. And so when we're doing the learning stations, it'll either be me here, or I'll have my IA's working station, or all of us, depending on the day. And I will have about 2 to 3 students per station just to make sure that they are able to spread out so that they can focus and do what they need to do and they're not all bunched up. But I would love to have those three tables for that. And then over here, you can see I have a little extra table or workspace. I want to have this open, say we're doing artwork and we need an extra table, or if a student is behind and needs some extra time and wants to get away from their peers and have a little bit of extra room, they can come over here to do their work. Behind that, next to the entrance, I'm going to have their backpack cubbies so they can put all their stuff away that they brought, their backpacks and their lunches. They can go ahead and put them in their little cubby spots so that my classroom stays nice and clean, so I don't have their chairs and tables all unorganized. And in the corner right here, you're going to see that I have shelves and a library area, and next to that I'm going to have a story time carpet area, and that's also going to be the break area. The reason why I'm also having that the break area is because it's a comfortable zone right there. So I'm going to have pillows, I'm going to have stuffed animals that the kids can hold, so when we're doing story time they can either hold the pillow or hold the stuffed animal so that they can focus on what I'm reading, or they can just feel comfortable and safe. And up here I have the whiteboard in the front of the classroom, and on the whiteboard, or on the side of the whiteboard, I'm going to have a big visual schedule so that the students know exactly what's going on throughout the day so they're not surprised. And in front, you'll see that I have a carpet right here. I called it an alphabet carpet because I actually have one that I'm going to put up. And on that alphabet carpet, I will have the students come up. So say we do our morning meeting and I have them do their morning song. I can have them come up and they can do their stretches and their exercises and the dance moves to get all their wiggles out. So when they go back to their individual desks, they're ready to work and they're nice and calm. And over in this corner, you see that I have the TV. Most classrooms that I've been in have the TV stands already put in there. So I decided to put that right there. And let's see, so let's move over to this side. So I have cabinet space all along here with shelves, and you'll see that I have the sink right here for when if we're eating, they can go wash their hands, or if we're doing artwork, they can wash their hands, and we have that counter space to use. And in this cabinet right here, this cabinet space, I definitely want to designate that for my IAs and all of their stuff so that they can have a safe place to put their belongings, can lock it if they need to, or just close it. And it's behind the table, so the kids don't have easy access to that. And then this cabinet is also going to be behind the kidney table. And this cabinet is going to have all our art supplies, books. It's going to have art supplies like markers, pens, crayons, colored pencils. And then it's also going to have different games or puzzles that the students can play with when they have free time, or if they need to take a break, they can bring it over here. If they need to take a break, I would also allow them to go to the back table if they would like to, if they want to do a little puzzle. But in that cabinet space, I want to make sure to have timers because I want to make sure my students are taking 5-minute or less breaks. I want to make sure they're not taking too long of breaks if they don't need any longer. So 5 minutes or less, I'll have the timers right there. I'll have like sensory stuff in there or fidgets, so students can play with the fidgets if they're feeling a little bit wiggly and they need something to hold. So I'll have all that in my cabinet space. And right here, you'll see I have my teacher's desk, and behind my teacher's desk, I want to make sure to have their students' work showcased on the wall so that they feel nice and loved and they see that their work is appreciated. On the side of that, I'm going to have a bookshelf to collect students' work. So there'll be folders there, there'll be binders, just everything that I need right there for them to put their work away. So I might have a pile of unfinished work, I might have a pile of finished work. So I'll have that right there so their work's not laying all over the place. We can have it in one designated spot. And then over on this side, I have a little bookshelf, and on this bookshelf I'm going to have my printer and printer paper and like all the extra paper I need right there, so that students can grab paper if they need it, whether it's lined paper or graph paper or blank paper, just depending on what we're working on for the day. The graph paper might be fun for if they're doing shapes, to be able to draw things a little bit easier. But let's see. Am I forgetting anything? I believe that's everything that I would like in my classroom. I want to make sure that my classroom stays organized. So having that cabinet space will be really nice to have. I know that my mentor teacher has a good amount of cabinet space in her classroom to lock everything up, because for kindergarten classrooms, you really want to make sure that you stay organized and that things don't go everywhere, and that you as a teacher are nice and prepared and organized with your not only your students but with your IAs too. Um, but yeah, I'm really excited. I hope to get a kindergarten classroom. I hope to get her kindergarten classroom. That would be so fun. But this is a little visual of what my future classroom will look like or might look like. I might change things up once I learn more throughout the school year, but yeah, this is my future classroom.